Listen, guys, we've encountered the individual that we're about to be covering in the past. We have. Last time I covered one of her videos, I had a nosebleed on stream and had to make myself a little bit of a paper, of like a tissue tampon to put up my nose. Listen, I will say, it is ironic that me, a man, a cis man, watching a TERF video, ended up having to insert a tampon like apparatus to deal with bleeding. I will admit that is very, very funny. Okay, can you guys admit that is a hilarious turn of events? Like, when you think about it that way, that nosebleed couldn't have happened in any better of a video response than that one, okay? But as I said, this woman has since caused me, or has in the past caused me, actual physical injury by watching her videos because they're that bad. On top of that, this young lady, Vanessa Vokey, I actually don't know how old she is. She's probably not young, but this young lady by the name of Vanessa Vokey, who is probably just, I'd be willing to say, as far as like me seeing vitriolic, spite-driven, hate-fueled, like, transphobia online, I'd say Vanessa Vokey is pretty fucking up there, right? Like, you know how, like, there's, you know, you meet someone who's racist, and it's like, they say the N-word sometimes, right? But then you meet someone who's racist, and you're like, okay, this is a different ballpark, all right? Vanessa Vokey, at least is like, if we were to make that comparison, all right, there are people who are transphobic, all right? There are people out there who are transphobic, say the T-slur, think trans women aren't real women, all right? And then there are people like Vanessa Vokey who are transphobic. Anyway, she is currently on her third YouTube alt, I believe now. The YouTube account she had previously, last time I responded to her channel, has since been banned, and she is now on a brand new account, which she has since grown to almost 4,000 followers, where she was last time I covered her videos. Now, ban evasion on YouTube, especially when you are on your third ban evading account, is against YouTube's terms of service, their community guidelines, their rules, okay? And there is a way in which you can, as a YouTube viewer, leave a special comment for YouTube only to read about what you think of a given channel if you think that maybe YouTube might not like it very much. This isn't breaking the rules, this isn't against the rules or anything, this is absolutely what you're supposed to do. They've got a button for it. You click these three little dots, you press this little flag, and you basically click anything having to do with hate speech, anything having to do with misinformation, and anything having to do with harassment or ban evading, because those are all things she's doing. So go leave a special comment on this video if you feel so inclined to help Vanessa Vokey get to her fourth YouTube banned alt account. So let's hop right on into this. This song is called Pronouns Are Rohypnol. Sing-along version. I don't know why it's a sing-along version. I'm not going to sing along. Do you guys want me to sing along, chat? Uh-oh, my nose is getting itchy already. That's not a good sign. It's not a good sign. Oh no. Not when we look back in the past. It's not a good sign for my nose to start itching this early on in a Vanessa Vokey video. Off key. Listen, I guarantee Vanessa Vokey can probably sing better than I'm capable of singing. Play this song after the Vanessa one. I have time-stamped it at the start at the right time. Oh shit, Mr. Beard made a video about it? Okay. Yeah, we gotta play that shit. Thank you, Lonnie. Fucking based. All right, with that said, we're gonna hop right into this. Now, I do have to admit, for a while, the title confused me. Pronouns are rohypnol. Now, rohypnol is like, generally, there's another chemical name for it, or there's like a medication name. Okay, so generally, like, you'll have like a chemical name for a medicine and then the medication name for the medicine, right? And rohypnol is the chemical name for a like like, it's a date rape drug? Oh yeah, it is! Wait, I always think of rohypnol as a thing for insomnia, because for a while I would like look up things to help me get to sleep at a reasonable hour, and then I'd hear, take some rohypnol all the fucking time. I'd be like, okay. Apparently they're roofies. Ah, so pronouns are roofies is what the song is. That's a very interesting name of a song. Now, the signs that the lovely women and gentlemen behind Vanessa Vokey here are holding up say the following: why are men in women's prisons? I don't think there are any men in women's prisons. I think there's just women, cis women, and trans women, right? There's no men in there. Women locked in with rapists. I don't know what this is referencing. I don't think that generally our society is advocating for women to be locked in rooms with rapists or anything. So that doesn't really seem to be a thing. Here's an interesting one. This is my favorite sign, and I can't see the face of who's holding it up, but I think I know who it is. I'm almost certain I know who it is just by seeing like the side of his head and it saying that he's transgender, and this being someone who I'm pretty sure is a dude. I don't think it's Calvin Gara. I think it might be that Mars dude. Small, true scum trans dude YouTuber who I got into a spat with in the past, who refused to debate me and like pussied out and ran away from a debate with me, with either me or Vosh, and then just ended up sort of melting into obscurity. I think it might be that Mars dude. I've only seen the guy once since that interaction we had. He didn't exactly like blow up since. Are those pants on backwards? No, they're just kind of funny looking pants. But anyway, I think that might be who it is. I think this person's a trans dude, just kind of based off of like the person says they're transgender and presenting in a way that would be quite masculine. So that's the implication I'm getting. I'm transgender and it's disgraceful to fake it. What an interesting sign. Safe spaces for females. I will say, when TERF ideology is basically like one shit nugget away from being conservatism, it is pretty ironic when they advocate for literal safe spaces, okay? When they literally have signs advocating for literal safe spaces and their ideology is one shit nugget away from conservatism, that is pretty funny. And then we have another one here. Gender self-identification harms women. I would love to hear this young lady explain to me exactly how gender self-ID could possibly harm a woman in like any realistic scenario, or how it actually has harmed any women in the past. I'd be very curious to learn. Anyway, prepare to kill yourselves, chat. I have a pocket knife right here, so I'm gonna go put that all the way over there so it's nice and out of reach. I expect you all do the same with any sharp objects or things that could potentially be used to hurt or maim or kill yourself with, because we're about to indulge in some self-harm, chat. Listen, you guys don't need razor blades or knives for this. Watching this video alone will be all the self-harm you need. I can't, dude. The first fucking thing I hear is you can't hear any of the fucking lyrics or music because she decided to film this in front of a fucking interstate, apparently, and there's like 50 cars a second going by. Not the ukulele? Yeah, it's a ukulele. You better believe it. The ukulele is like the easiest fucking instrument to learn outside of the fucking skin flute and the and like a normal flute, okay? Listen, all right? And I do consider dicks to be instruments, okay? Because if you put your mouth on them the right way, then you can make someone make weird noises. At least, if you watch porn, that's how it happens, all right? Flute is hard. Well, yeah, flute is actually pretty hard. Anyway, ukulele is like one of the easier instruments to learn, so it's not exactly surprising.
Numb your senses, 'cause if you can't tell, it's a dude in a dress, then you must need contact lenses. 'Cause lesbians don't have penises. There's no
Who said that?
thing as a girl dick. Fetishists just won't back off.
There's not even any rhymes. She hasn't even like done a single rhyme, okay? She hasn't even rhymed any lines yet. Like, isn't it a necessity okay, tell me. All right, maybe it's just because literally the only... Yeah, and she's playing the 3 ukulele chords, okay? Guys, look up ukulele chords, and it's the same thing she's playing, okay? Every single person who knows how to play one thing on ukulele knows this exact fucking note, okay? I know because I've seen a million people think that they're impressing people by playing ukulele, and they do this exact fucking note, and it looks the same every time they play it, and it sounds the same every time they play it, because it's literally a miniature guitar It's tiny as fuck and as easy as fuck chords to hit, okay? If I put a month into it, I could probably learn to play, less than a month, I could learn to play what she's playing right now. It's not exactly that hard, but I hate music, so I'm not learning it. Where did I hear this? This was like a video Demon Mama covered. Was it Lily Cade? I have no idea what you're talking about, the guy who could. This is Vanessa Vokey.
I suspect they all are porn sick. These adult men believe miracles. But what does that really mean? Depictions of females raped and abused on Pornhub's most watched video stream.
For those of you guys that didn't know, by the way, Vanessa Vokey is also a SWERF. Who would have thought? She is very anti-porn, very anti-sex worker. And I want to be clear here, by the way. It is possible to acknowledge the abusive systems of power, the exploitation, and even the negative, like, mental side effects that can be caused by, like, porn addiction or over frequent consumption of porn, right? People that, you know, like, there are sex workers who are having a bad time in the porn. Like, there is absolutely plenty to call out about porn and the porn industry, absolutely. However, at the end of the day, if you are of the opinion that the porn industry is victimizing women, then your advocation should never, ever, ever be about dunking on sex workers. Because that's what it always comes out to be, right? SWERFs will say, like, they'll say they care about women being abused in the sex work industry, and yet when you see SWERF posts, it's always quote tweeting random sex workers who they claim to be advocating for, shit talking them because they have an OnlyFans or because they have a Pornhub account or something like that, right? Like, you've seen it, right? You've seen it, right? Hey, you guys want to see it? Look at literally any of Merrick's quote tweets. Merrick is like the most prominent sex worker in the lefty sphere right now. If you want to see like the most exaggerated form of this, look at Merrick, literally any hate comment Merrick gets on Twitter that isn't from a crazy woke scold, okay? And you're going to see exactly what I'm talking about there. SWERFs freaking the fuck out and actually attacking the women who they claim to be defending. I thought it was Mia Khalifa. Listen, apparently Mia Khalifa now is kind of swerfy, but I've also heard contradictions to that she's not. But I do know for a fact that she got massively fucked over in her time in the porn industry, because Mia Khalifa is now probably the most recognizable like porn actress on earth, I'd say. Like, if you asked me, name a porn actress, I'd say Mia Khalifa. First thing. I think a lot of people would probably say the same thing as well. And she got fucked over. What'd she make from her entire like time doing those porn videos, right? Like, didn't she make like 12 grand or something from all of that? I don't think Mia's swerfy. I'm not 100% sure if that's the case. And I've just heard it from a lot of people in my chat. And frankly, I don't care enough about Mia Khalifa in 2022 to seek that out. Mia made like not a lot. Yeah, she got really scammed. There's absolutely like stuff to call out there, but every time SWERFs and TERFs do call it out, it just ends up being them harassing random women who do sex work instead of like doing what I just did, which was actually like reasonably and non-sensationally list problems in the sex work industry that exist, referenced real instances and examples of it happening, and now you guys probably have a more nuanced and better opinion of porn, sex, and possible porn addiction than you did previously. That will never happen from the advocacy or the words of someone like Vanessa Vokey. You will never come out of a Vanessa Vokey video having a more nuanced, better opinion than you did coming in. Like, Jesus. I guess maybe if... No, I stand by that. I completely stand by that statement.
This female is not an identity you can put on when it's pleasing. It's the cycle of the moon and tides, the life-giving and the bleeding.
Wait. She's actually doing, it's about, being a woman is about giving. I do love this, by the way. When SWERFs and TERFs say that like being a woman or gender just generally isn't your identity, it's then lists things that like tons of cis women all around the world don't do. There are cis women who don't have periods. There are cis women who cannot give childbirth. When you essentialize womanhood to that, you are creating a definition of woman that has shit tons of exceptions that you would not consider to be exceptions if you met them and talked to them and like knew who they were. Like if Vanessa Vokey walked up to a random cis woman who had like a hysterectomy, I don't think she'd say you're not a real woman, right? Or if she walked up to a random cis woman who was born without a uterus or born without eggs or fallopian tubes or whatever, some born with thing that made it so that your female sexual organs don't function in the way that they normally would, I don't think Vanessa Vokey would say you're not a real woman to that cis woman. Clearly, that is not this actual standard that she sets. Not to mention, as I mentioned before, pretty funny that she said that when my last video watching her, I started bleeding and had to wrap up a tissue and stick it up my nose like a tampon to catch all the blood. Listen, I know the bleeding feeling, okay, Vanessa? I have chronic nosebleeds, all right? I bleed more than most cis women do on their period. I guarantee it. I guarantee I bleed more than any woman on this fucking earth does on her period regularly, okay? Like, when I have a nosebleed, which is basically at this point every time I shower lately, it is handfuls of blood. Handfuls of blood going down the... I had a nosebleed in the shower right before stream. Nosebleed in the shower right before stream. Had a nosebleed yesterday. I got an old nose... I literally have a tissue from last night's nosebleed in my trash can right now. I've been having nosebleeds like multiple times a day the last week or two. It's been really bad lately. I don't know why, but it's been like a lot of nosebleeds lately. But with that said, I don't think we should be setting our standards for what is and isn't a woman by how much blood comes out of their body per month. Because let's just say, if that was the standard that we're setting, Vanessa, then I'm more of a woman than you are. Guaranteed. We can measure it. We can measure it, okay? If you and I, listen, if you want to do a free bleeding competition, we can do a free bleeding competition. Put all of our clothes into individual piles, like at the end of the month, and see which pile is more red. I say that would be an interesting competition in Roblox. Oh, God.
Stop
what?
erasing our experiences and stop sexualizing the function of breasts.
I am gonna suck my girlfriend's titties right after this stream, just to spite Vanessa Vokey.
Younger gays are being told that they were born in the wrong body. Only.
Okay, so this is an interesting one. So there are a lot of different types of TERFs, okay? You've got the deranged, like, trad wife TERFs, you know? Like, the conservative trad wives that have somehow managed to rebrand what they are into feminism somehow, but really all it is just, like, basing your entire womanhood on being, like, a baby maker and like, hating trans women and infantilizing trans men, and I guess just generally shitting on non-binary people. The funny thing is, by the way, when people like this go up and they start raising hell about Trudeau put rapists in women's prison. Like, look at this girl right here. Look at her doing her little, like, her little girl boss sachet walk. Look at her. Look at her little girl boss sachet walk with her sign. Look at this. This is why we have to make white women extinct, by the way, okay? This is why I listened to that one deranged email that Destiny fans sent him about white women every single night before I go to sleep. Because I need to hear it sometimes. Just a girl boss sachet walk. That is the absolute fucking best way to describe exactly the stance this woman is doing. Do not even try to argue that is not the best way to describe it. Can I be saved as a white woman? You're all right, actual T. Okay, you're a lefty, so you're not even white.
Perverts lie to kids about sex and human anatomy. This grooming is what predators do.
Okay.
Their unwitting prey.
Yeah.
Maps are open promoting their sick.
What does the trans community have to do with maps, Vanessa? You know that, like, the entire LGBT plus community fucking hates maps, right? You know that, like, some of the most notorious map dunkers in this entire sphere of lefty Twitter are trans, right? Like, half the time when I like a tweet from somebody that's, like, raising awareness to mass report some random pedophile account, because of the space that I exist in, when I hover over that person's, like, the person making the like awareness raising post, the person trying to get like the map shit taken down. I hover over their fucking bio, they got a trans flag in that bio. Hell, even Blair White dunks on maps, okay? Even Blair White, I would argue the most hateable trans person on earth, all right? The most hateable trans person on earth, Blair White. Even she fucking dunks on maps and pedophiles, okay? Trust me, even the worst trans people are not in favor of pedophilia. And even the trans people who are in favor of pedophilia, it doesn't have anything to do with them being trans. It has to do with the fact that sometimes you can have like a population of people, and then you can have another population of people, and those two populations of people can have a little bit of Venn diagram crossover without that meaning that those two groups of people are literally like like circles on top of each other, you know? Like they're seeing like a Venn diagram where like maybe 2 or 3%, maybe probably less, of like the circles are overlapping, and what she's interpreting that as is two circles perfectly on top of each other, okay? She is completely equating like anyone who is trans and or in favor of being trans as being a groomer, I guess. I will say, by the way, how cucked do you have to be apparently a trans dude on the sidewalk behind a TERF, holding up a sign in support of said TERF as she calls you a pedophile? That might be the most cucked shit I've ever seen, okay? That is beyond cucked.
On Twitter and YouTube every single day. So if you're sick of this assault on truth and you can't understand how we got this fucked.
Hey, all I want to say, by the way, is Vanessa Vokey has refused to come on my stream and debate me about any of the things she said on her. I literally offered, I think if you go back and watch my video, I think I offered, I will debate Vanessa Vokey on anything. She doesn't have to send me like her take or what she wants to debate on. I will debate her on whatever she wants to come on stream and debate her on. I am that confident that I would leave her crying in the shower for the next week at how fucking brutally I would annihilate her in said debate. Listen, guys, if you want to see me be mean to somebody, you would want to see the debate I'd have with Vanessa Vokey, okay? Because most of the time, even when I debate like a conservative transphobe, they're most of the time, at least, I feel like there's a plausible idea that like their transphobia is rooted in just like ignorance, you know? Like if I just talked to them long enough, if I just like made them understand, then they'd change their opinion. That's happened a lot. Vanessa Vokey, on the other hand, I believe is someone who acts in bad faith. If you're on like your third banned alt account for hate speech, if you are actively avoiding any form of actual engagement or debate with the ideas that you propagate and yet you claim to be the only one telling the truth, then you are not deserving of any respect whatsoever, and you're not going to be like moved anywhere. If I were to debate Vanessa Vokey, it would probably be the meanest I've ever been in a debate. Probably way meaner than I was to the Horny Police. You guys remember the Horny Police debate? I'd be way meaner than I was in that one. And I got mean in that one towards the end, I feel like. At least as mean as I get. And I'm not a mean person. I'm really not. Like, I'm not a mean person at all. At least I don't think I am, most of the time. I can get angry, but I don't think I'm mean, like, inherently.
Share this song with all your friends, especially the one with his dick.
Hey, by the way, yeah, I don't mind if you guys take arguments from my videos to use in yours, by the way. Like, if you guys are, like, influenced by my channel to start making content like what I do, and you start using my arguments, that's fine. You learned the argument. That's okay, guys. Did you guys know that even if you learned an argument or a fact from somebody who also does what you do, that doesn't mean that you're stealing if you use that fact in a debate or in a video. You just know that fact now and are reiterating that fact you learned. It's okay. Don't worry, guys. I won't be mad at you. I'm not going to call you like a Zan clone. I'm not going to like call you out on Twitter for like aping my talking points or something. Don't worry about that. Okay, listen, trust me. Of all people, I know what it's like to be constantly baselessly accused of copying someone with like fan fiction constantly being written about me all the time. I'm not going to get mad at you about that. Don't worry, chat. I'm going to be completely honest. I don't think I heard a single rhyme in that song, okay? I think I probably could have written... You know what? I could probably write, in the duration of starting now to the end of the stream, I could probably write a satirical song about trans people that would make both trans people and transphobes laugh. I bet I could do that in the amount of time that's left in the stream. If I just I bet I could write at least like a verse, like a few verses that would make both sides laugh, and it wouldn't be hateful. I bet I could. It's not hard. You can do satirical, like, for anybody who's watching that just thinks that what Vanessa Vokey was doing here was just like a meme or a joke and it's not actual political activism, or she's not actually advocating for ideas she holds. Even if this was just a meme or a joke, it would be the worst execution imaginable, because this just wasn't funny, wasn't catchy, and frankly, even if she is trying to push an ideology, she did a bad job at doing it. And overall, I'd say that this video probably pushed me more towards being pro-trans than being anti-trans, okay? I am more... Listen, Vanessa Vokey, you have failed in your mission. I am now more pro-trans, having watched this song, because now I want to support whatever group pisses you off. Like, goddamn. You absolutely botched the job there. Anyway, if you enjoyed that song, you probably didn't, but... Oh, wait. Play Jazz Dog song? I won't, just a minute. Play this first. Wait, do you want me to end the segment first? Play it first. Okay, chat's saying play. Lonnie's saying play it before I end the segment. Okay. Oh yeah, this. I forgot about this. Okay, yeah. I forgot that Lonnie had sent me this. I forgot I had to do this. Okay. So there's a YouTuber named Mr. Beard who did a song making fun of Vanessa Vokey, and apparently this song's better. It's even using the ukulele and everything, so let's watch it. Let's see a significantly better song for a palate cleanser.
TERFs are fucking cancer, they ruin feminism. You can support women without being a bigot, so stop spreading your bullshit while playing.
He accidentally made a better rhyme than Vanessa Vokey made in her entire song.
Ukulele, stealing Jason Mraz's chords is not going to persuade me. You say you support women, but ignore trans oppression. Well, when you sing, it oppresses my ears, so take some singing lessons. Every TERF is a pedophile, is what I'd say if I was like you, making claims with no evidence. Is what fucking bigots do.
True.
You call it oppression when we give criticism. Calling you a bigot does not make you a victim.
How is he getting better? He's literally just... Or they them pronouns, right? I read Mr. Beard and assumed he him pronouns, which I guess is like the safest wrong pronoun assumption you could possibly make. You know, that is the safest wrong assumption you could make about pronouns, is when someone's username is Mr. Beard, so you assume he him, but it's not the real pronouns. They them pronouns, by the way, guys, just letting you guys know. I've just become aware as well, so we're just spreading the word.
You call trans women predators, well, the real predator is you, preying on the fears of all the women who have been abused. You call yourself a feminist while pandering to conservative men. You must hate social constructs, 'cause you can't construct yourself any friends. No one fucking likes you, so stop with the transphobic stunts. Send this song to your favorite TERF, especially the one who is a massively empowered woman.
That's a good meme. Listen, okay? That right there, that was the palate cleanser we needed, okay? I can feel my blood levels in my body restoring. The bleeding... Oh, listen, okay, I had another bleed, chat. Came out of my asshole this time. I didn't feel like mentioning it, but bleeding out my asshole. Just got an asshole bleed now. Don't even... Just kidding. But didn't bleed during that Vanessa Vokey video, thankfully. But I will say, proof. I will say, that video was the perfect palate cleanser. And had I had a nosebleed, I feel like listening to that song would have replenished the blood as though I'd like eaten some food in DayZ standalone or something. All right, everybody. I love you all very much, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching this segment. If you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like, both on the stream and on the segment. It helps out the channel and the stream a lot. It really does. And of course, if you want to support me and follow my social medias, they're all linked down below in the video description, both of the stream and of the video once it goes up on its own. And you'll be able to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and of course my fan Discord, which is a place where I hang out, I play video games with people. We do watch parties. We just generally have a fun time in my community. It's a good time. I don't know how to fix that camera glitch. It used to be really rare. It's been it like would happen once or twice per stream. Now it's happening a little bit more often. It's a little worrying because this is. I don't know how I would fix it, but anyway, hopefully that did it. Anyway, if you want to support me financially, consider donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub over at xanderhall.com/live, my website. You can also support me over on Streamlabs, buy my merch, or even pledge me on Patreon, or support me through YouTube by hitting the join button to become a channel member, super chatting, or super stickering. But no matter how you support my channel, whether it be through a like, a comment, or simply just a view. Thank you all so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. You're all amazing, and have a good one.